Pleasant day, everyone. I am Ma'am Grace Razonable, your teacher in Creative Nonfiction. We are now in the Module 3 of Quarter 2 with our topic, Forms and Types of Creative Nonfiction. But before we will start our lesson for today, make sure that you are already in your comfortable places while tuning on to our discussion for today. And also, make sure that you have with you your module, ballpen, and journal notebook. Our lesson for today will gear you to the following competencies. Explain the relationship of elements and ideas found in the various forms and types of creative non-fictional text through a close reading. Compare and contrast the different forms and types of creative non-fictional text. Deliver an artistic presentation on one of the types of creative non-fiction text. Our specific objectives for today are the following. Identify the various forms and types of creative non-fiction. Compare and contrast the types and forms of creative non-fiction. Evaluate an article using close reading. And now, let's have your task 1. This is to check your prior knowledge. Direction. Read the following questions below. Write the letter of your answer in your journal notebook. Number 1. What do you call this type of creative nonfiction that deals on the traveling experiences of a person? A. Blog. B. Website. C. Travelogue. D. Essay. Number 2. What do you call a literary genre that deals on stories about life's realities and experiences with a touch of art? A. Creative nonfiction. B. Literature. C. Fiction. D. Art. Number 3. Which type of creative nonfiction is closely related to magazine and newspaper writing? A. Travelogue. B. Blog. C. Biography. D. Autobiography. Number 4. What is the most important thing to consider when making a blog? A. Your knowledge about the topic. B. Your audience. C. Your opinion. D. Your internet connection. Number 5. What is the essential detail you should feature when you do a travelogue? A. The picturesque scenery of the place. B. The dress that you are wearing. C. Your companion in your travelogue. D. The camera that you are bringing. And now, let's check your answer. Number 1. C. 2. A. 3. D. 4. A. And 5. A. Who among you here got the perfect score? Very good. And now, let us familiarize the different forms and types of creative nonfiction. Number 1, autobiography. 2, biography. 3, journal. 4, diary. 5, letter. 6, memoir. 7, literary journalism or reportage. 8, personal narratives. 9, travelogue. 10. Reflection essay. 11. Blog. 12. Testimonial essay. But before we will discuss the forms and types of creative nonfiction one by one, let us check first, why do we need to understand the various forms and types of creative nonfiction? Creative nonfiction has many types, and it generally focuses on the experiences of an individual. That maybe it could inspire many individuals as you write it and share these experiences. Moreover, creative nonfiction comes in various ways, and almost often we are not aware that our experiences could become good literary pieces. What is the significance of an audience? Understanding the significance of your audience plays a vital role as you write your piece, because they are the ones who will read and be inspired by your stories. In a sense, your goal is to inspire the readers to read because they could learn something from it. What is close reading? Close reading is a matter of understanding the text presented by the author by observing every detail in a text. A writer often uses unique ways to convey their messages to the readers. Thus, as a reader, you need to be observant always. Let's start from biography and autobiography. Basis for comparison: meaning, authorization, person point of view in writing, purpose, and outlook. Biography refers to a life story that is written by someone, while autobiography refers to your own life story that is written by you yourself. Biography can be written with or without the person's authorization, as long as you know about his or her life and your story is authentic. While autobiography, no need to ask permission from yourself. Biography is written in a third-person point of view, while autobiography is written in the first-person point of view. The purpose of biography is to inform the readers about someone else's life, while autobiography is to express, inspire, or entertain others. Biography is based on the researches by the author, while autobiography is full of emotional thoughts. Another type of creative nonfiction is journal. Journal is a day-to-day account intended to purely document life's events. Diary. It is a written account of the author, which involves his or her secrets. Letter. It is a communication or written message that addresses to a certain person or organization. How about memoir? Memoir refers to the personal account of a person which teaches them something. It is more of a memory that cannot be easily forgotten. Literary journalism. It is a type of creative nonfiction that is closely related to magazine and newspaper writing. It is journalism, but it deviates from the traditional journalism because it has a touch of literature. It is journalism with a twist. Before a writer can compose an essay about politics, human trafficking, poverty, and employment or drugs, the writer needs factual information to write. These facts must be verified first and make sure that it is reliable. Before writing a literary journalism, you need to consider the following. First, Select a topic of your interest. Next, conduct a research about your topic. Write a dramatic story that will catch the reader's attention. And lastly, include a lead, facts or content, and dramatic end. Literary journalism should also have the following details. These are scene, place, details, action, and dialogue. A specific scene must take place at a particular time and happens in a specific place. A scene always includes important details, which include sensory details, which help the reader picture out the event. Action, it includes the information about the event, while dialogue, it includes conversation. However, this may not always be the case, but it is also considered one of the most important aspects of journalism. Another type of creative nonfiction is reflective essay. It refers to an insight gained through your experiences. This type of prose analyzes your past event in the present. In addition, it is more likely about what had you learned from your experiences, as it is also based on the underlying concept that experience is the best teacher. This type of essay includes also the true picture of the event as you narrate the past events. The common topics for a reflective essay are the following. It could be your true experience, or something that you have read, watched, touched, ate, and many more. It could also be something in your mind, or a certain place or object, the places where you have been, or significant events of your life, unforgettable experience, or about your loved ones. Another type is blog. Blog is an online journal and is also known as weblog. It is a forum where you can share information on ideas and views about a certain topic. Hence, it is your diary that can be found on the internet. There are different kinds of blogs. These are art blogs, photo blogs, video blogs, music blogs, podcasts, edu blogs, personal blogs, corporate blogs, organizational blogs, and microblogs. Another type of creative nonfiction is testimonio. Testimonio, are often called as testimonial narrative, is a new type of literary genre. It has the same characteristics with autobiography because it is written in the first-person point of view. But unlike autobiography, which primarily revolves around the personal development or accomplishments of the author, the testimonio recounts personal experience of an author being oppressed or has experienced and witnessed the lives of the people belongs in the socially impoverished state became victim of human rights violation. Testimonio is different from academic papers since its main purpose is to call the attention of the different leaders to hear their plea. And now, let's proceed to task 2. We call this task as journalist belike. Pretend that you are a journalist. Cover an interesting event in your community and report it to the class in a narrative manner. Prepare a report for your story. Please follow the proper guidelines in reporting. For your task 3, we call this as reading is fun. Direction. Read the journalistic report on page 9 of your module entitled Tree of Life Faces Threats of Kokolisap. Please take note of the presentation of facts. After reading, you have to answer the following questions in your journal notebook. First question: how do agricultural pests affect farmers? Number 2. How does the government combat agricultural pests? 3. How did the author start the factual report? And 4. What kind of facts did the author use to inform the readers? Number 5. How effective was the use of varying sentence types in presenting information? And number 6. How did the government act to fight the harmful effects of kokolisap? Let us practice more. This task is called Be a Travel Guide. Direction: go to a local tourist destination and post your travelogue to Facebook. Your score will be based on the likes and comments that you will get from your Facebook friends. For your task 6, it is called Reflective Journey. Make a reflective essay on your journey as you reach senior high school. Reflect on the things that can be changed if you will be given a chance. Your next task is called Hashtag. Direction: create a hashtag about your first blog entry. And now, let's have our recap. Let us remember that creative nonfiction deals with stories that are happening in early life. Close reading is very important to understand the deeper meaning of the text. Autobiography is about your life stories, from your personal information to your achievement as a person. While biography is written by someone through thorough research because it needs to be factual. Personal narrative is a light story about a person. It can be funny or part of an experiences of a person. While travelogue is about traveling. Its main goal is to promote the beauty of the place in order to invite several local and foreign tourists. Blog is an online diary of person. It can be any topic which interests the author. Testimonio is a story about those who witness the injustice of life, particularly those who belong in the marginalized sector of our community. And now, let us assess. Figure it out. Direction: choose the letter of the best answer and write your answers in your creative nonfiction journal. Are you now ready? Alright, let's have number 1. Who wrote a story if it is an autobiography? A. Author. B. Neighbor. C. Teacher. D. Publisher. Number 2. Which of the following types of text tells a story? A. Narrative. B. Persuasive. C. Descriptive. D. Exemplification. Number 3. Which of the following does not describe a personal narrative? A. It involves the personal life of the author. B. It uses figurative language to convey the message effectively. C. It deals with the chain of events of the life of the author. And D. It deals with a particular aspect of the life of the author. Number 4. Which of the following is a form of creative non-fiction? A. Biography. B. Sonnet. C. Poem. D. Haiku. Number 5. What do you call the literary genre that deals with stories that depict the reality life and experiences of the people with a touch of art? A. Creative nonfiction. B. Fiction. C. Literature. D. Art. Number 6. Which of the following is a good topic when writing a personal narrative? A. Graft and corruption. B. Politics. C. Novel coronavirus. D. Childhood experience. Number 7. What are the two general types of nonfiction that functions as telling story and giving information? A. Narrative and informative. B. Expository and narrative. C. Narrative and realistic. And D. Expository and persuasive. Number 8. What is the most important thing that you should feature when you do a travelogue? A. The picturesque scenery of the place. B. The dress that you are wearing. C. Your companion in your travelogue. D. The camera that you are bringing. Number 9. How do you call the careful understanding and examination of the text presented? A. Skimming. B. Close reading. C. Scanning. D. Intensive reading. Number 10. What do you need to do before reading a book? A. Read a good book. B. Research your topic. C. Eat a good lunch. And D. Take a test. And now, let's check your answer. Number 1. A. 2. A. 3. B. 4. A. 5. A. 6. D. 7. A. 8. A. 9. B. 10. B. Who among you here got the perfect score? Very good! And now, let's proceed to our next task. Let us enhance. This task is called Love Your Own. Direction. Write a short testimony about your school. Focus on how it helps learners achieve a holistic education. Include a short and catchy title. For your next task, it is called hashtag. Create a hashtag commending your school. For your task 9, it is called On My Own. Direction. Think of your personal experience. Create a speech based on the types and forms of creative nonfiction. Memorize your speech and deliver it to the class the following meeting. Please be guided with the rubrics on page 17 of your module. You did well in completing our module. Let's have a reflection in journeying towards the forms and types of creative nonfiction and differentiating them through writing your own nonfictional story. Your reflection will be guided by the following questions. First, what are your realizations about the topic we discussed? Second, what values and attitude have you learned after discussing the lesson? What is being highlighted? Before we will end, please be reminded that you have to submit your task in my email or in my messenger. Thank you for joining our class for today. Once again, I am Ma'am Grace Razonable, your teacher in Creative Nonfiction.